Hi guys, welcome to Sim UK. I'm going to give you a quick review today about Pure Farming 2018. Now, I did not get a free copy of this game, so I didn't get access to this until release day. So when the game came out, well, I bought it in advance, I must say that. So I did get access to the Germany map and the extra tractor that comes with the game. Like everybody else, I have been basing my opinion on this game from the YouTubers who have had access to this early and have been playing it before release day. And to be honest, I think they glossed over all the negative points about this game, and to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed with them. There's a lot. Now, it depends what you're looking for when you buy a farming game as to whether or not you're going to enjoy this particular game. I would describe Pure Farming 2018 as Farming Sim 17 with a whole bunch of mods added on. So it's better than Farming Sim 2017 when it came out. So the vanilla Farming Simulator 17 is not as good as Pure Farming 2018. That is absolutely sure. The modding community has made Farming Simulator 2017 much better, way more realistic, and I think this is the key thing. Most of the mods for Farming Simulator make the game more realistic. They give you gears for the engines, they give you seasons, they give you a lot more extra features like that. And Pure Farming 2018 has got some of those features implemented as part of the base package. But when you compare it to what's available to Farming Simulator 2017, this game is seriously underwhelming, really badly underwhelming. Let me just run through the few things that within 2 hours, because I've refunded this game. I don't want this in my library. It is a totally pointless game as far as I can see. Maybe when the modding community gets hold of it, because it does have modding available, maybe when the modding community gets hold of it, this game will be way better than Farming Simulator 17, but at the moment it just really isn't. It's nothing in comparison to what you can mod on Farming Sim 17. So let me run through what I've discovered so far. Now bear in mind I've only had 2 hours to play on this before I had to refund it. So the tractors have no indicators. The tractors have no realistic engine, so they automatically start and stop, and there doesn't appear to be any way to stop that from happening. There are no gears, so if you accelerate and hit the brake, you'll end up reversing. I hate that. I hated it in FS17. One of the first mods I put on is to stop that from happening. It's horrendous, really bad. There's no headlights on the tractors that I could find. Bearing in mind, I've only had 2 hours on the game, and I was following the tutorial, and I just got less and less interested in it, and oh man, it's terrible, it's terrible. The game does not zoom in far, it zooms in okay, sorry, it doesn't zoom out far enough, in my humble opinion. It seems very restricted in that sense. The audio is good, in the sense that it's better than Farming Sim 17, but it's not spectacular, it's not totally absorbing, certainly not. Like, same would be said for the physics. The physics are better than vanilla Farming Sim 17, but they're not better than the mods that you can get for Farming Sim 17. So again, it kind of misses the mark there for me. It does have some nice new features which come as part of the base package and not part of a mod, like machine maintenance and so on and so forth. You get that in Farming Sim 17 already, so it's nothing groundbreaking, let's be honest. The mud effects on the tractors, that's pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty darned realistic, and I quite like that. And it's not like Farming Sim 17 where it's a mirror image on each side of the tractor, which I hate. So that's good. There's no manual attaching of equipment, and in Farming Sim 17 you've got these gold nuggets you have to go and collect. Now I didn't like that feature particularly. I thought it was pretty pointless and incredibly childish. But then, you know, it's a game, so games are childish, I guess. But in this one you've got sapphire collecting, which is basically a copy and a twist. It's so unimpressive, to be honest with you. Machines stop when you get out, so you can't leave a machine running. If you're filling up with water, for example, and you get out to go pick up one of these stupid sapphires, then it'll turn the engine off and it'll stop filling with water, so that's an irritation. When you've got equipment attached to the back and you've got it turned on, it will auto-limit the speed of your tractor to match the equipment. I also hate that. That being said, there are quite a few crop options in this game as part of the vanilla package, but again, unlike Farming Simulator 17, it hasn't had time for the modders to come out and really make it good. So it's got less than Farm Sim 17. So again, what the heck is the point? Incidentally, inside the cab, I was pretty unimpressed. Again, it's kind of this is the flavour of this review. It's better than vanilla Farm Sim 17, and unlike Farm Sim 17, there are no mods that make the inside of cabs better, but there have been tractors that are modded that make the inside of tractors better. So there's that. Again, it's the same thing over and over again. Also, the speed in the cab doesn't match the speed that's on the HUD. I mean, it's only out by 1, maybe 2 miles per hour. But it doesn't match up, so that's a bit of an irritation. The mirrors inside the cab, they don't work. For one thing, they're not even in the right place, so you can't see the trailer behind you anyway. Secondly, the quality of the mirror is absolutely disgusting. Even on Ultra, you can't see a flipping thing. They're just rubbish, totally pointless. I do like, I've got to say, there are some positives. The mini-map in the bottom left visually indicates crop state. So when I was spraying this orchard with pesticides or whatever it was, they were actually turning blue, which I thought was quite cool. I kind of knew what I'd done and what progress I'd made. The same as this that is applied for ploughing and seeding or drilling, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's quite a nice feature, but it's a feature that I know I would eventually want to turn off because I want to play more realistically, and I don't think you can. I couldn't find a way to do that. The tutorial, I've got to say, is very good. It's very in-depth. It will take you through, if you're a complete novice to this game, or if you're a complete novice to farming games in general, it will take you through and it will teach you everything that you need to know, and it will start getting you jobs with other farmers and you'll be doing their jobs for them. It's just really boring, to be honest. The store, for example, is open 24/7. I rolled up there at 1 minute past 2 in the morning, and there's a guy standing outside with a clipboard ready to take my order. There's just no realism in this game. It's very, very heavily geared towards controllers. Now, I'm going to compare this game also to Real Farming, because they've taken the control mechanism that Real Farming introduced in their game, which almost works perfectly when you're using a controller, and they've just basically nicked it and copied it exactly the same. So that control mechanism is okay, but it just seemed to work better in Real Farming. I also think Real Farming looked better than Pure Farming does. Pure Farming certainly has more depth to it than Real Farming, but to be honest, the two games are on an even keel in many areas, and Real Farming is better than Pure Farming 2018 in a number of areas, and the same can be said for Pure Farming, slightly better than Real Farming as well. So I mean, it's a real balance between the two. This game is firmly wedged in between Real Farming and Farming Sim 17. It's smack bang in the middle of that. Now the problem with that is it's not really better than both of them, if that makes sense. If it had taken all the features from both of those two games and made them better, then this would be an excellent game, and to be honest, I think that's what I was expecting. But what you've got is all the good bits from Farming Sim 17 are kind of in it, and all the good bits from Real Farming are kind of in it, but then it lacks in other areas where both of those two games also are better. So it just kind of meh. And that is basically my review. Pure Farming 2018, nah, not good. It's alright. If you haven't got a farming game, sure, go get this one. It's got modding options. Will the community get behind this? Ooh, well, I can't say. I'm not sure, to be honest. The thing is about Farming Sim 17 and 15 and 13 is that, well, for one thing, it was the best farming sim at the time, and it was so almost brilliant. And that's why modders get in, because modders get in and they go, yes, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, and it makes the game much better. Now, Pure Farming does have modding, and they might get in and do the same thing on this game, but it doesn't feel like it's almost brilliant to me. It just feels very plain, very safe, very controller-centric. This is a game that's perfect for the PS4. This is a game that's perfect for the Xbox. This is not, in my humble opinion, a game for a serious PC simulation enthusiast. It's just going to irritate you. It's going to irritate you. Maybe 6 months from now, when the modding community have gone, wow, this game's brilliant, we can do so much with it, because I don't know what you can do in terms of modding, maybe this game will suddenly become wonderful. But right now, at this price, absolutely not. Not a chance. Terrible, terrible, terrible implementation. If I'd have had a free copy, I'd have played it all day, all week, and I'd have really given you a full, in-depth, deep review. But because I had to buy this game myself, and my funds are limited, as I'm sure yours are, and to be honest, that is the reason why I make these reviews. It's so you guys don't go out and spend your hard-earned cash on games like this. This game is not exceptional in any way. It's very basic, it's very middle ground. I'm not impressed at all. I wish I'd had more time on it so I could maybe see some more of its benefits or whatever, but based on a 2-hour review, definitely not worth the money. That's it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope in 6 months' time the modding community have turned this into something spectacular, and I'll come back and I'll say, hey, guess what? Brilliant game, but it's not now. Right now, don't bother buying it right now. That's my advice. Unless you're on the PS4 or the Xbox One, it will work brilliantly. Much better than Farming Sim does on the Xbox and Xbox One and PS4. But if you're a PC simulation enthusiast, just don't bother with this game. Stick with Farming Sim 17. I want cattle and crops to sort their controls out. When they do, I'm going to go headlong into that. But until they do, I'm just going to have to go back to Farm Sim 17. Because it's the most realistic, easy to play, or, you know, playable farming sim that is out there at the moment. And I never thought I'd say that. So, there we go. That's it from me, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you think I'm right. Let me know in the comment section if you think I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section if I am wrong. If I've got something wrong. If I've said something like it doesn't have headlights and actually it does, tell me that I'm wrong. Because I've only had 2 hours. So this is a review based on 2 hours. Hopefully the rest of the reviewing YouTube modding community will come in and they will have their say, and they'll either back me up and you'll see that my advice is correct, or they'll completely dismiss me and prove that I'm wrong, in which case I maybe will come back and buy this game, but I really don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, that's all from me. Take care. Till next time. Goodbye.